together don't even have the record that Fedor has. Their combined record, he has more wins. He's 40 wins and 5 losses. That is the record that he possesses. That is what makes him the greatest heavyweight of all time.
That's why this is trending on social media. Everybody watching this at home on CBS, huge fans of Tom Brady. Of course, he announces his retirement this week. Him and Fedor went pro at the same time. Coming up next, Fedor, the greatest heavyweight of all time, stepping into the cage one more time, then calling it a career.
Tonight here at Bellator 290, a storied career comes to a close. Those two men will meet in the main event. It's Fedor versus Fedor once again for Bellator Heavyweight Gold.
Myriad luminaries on hand here at the Kia Forum for this historic night as we bid farewell to Fedor. Bellator MMA President Scott Coker visiting with Randy Couture, the one that got away for the last Emperor. And hey, Randy Couture at 43 still represents the oldest champion in MMA history. Fedor will try to beat that record tonight. One of the greatest trash talkers the sport's ever seen. Chael Sonnen on hand, and former UFC and WEC lightweight champion Benson Henderson. He's getting ready to be a part of the Bellator MMA lightweight World Grand Prix. So the time has come. Ryan Bader will defend the heavyweight title against Fedor Emelianenko as they run it back in the same venue. Bader defeated Fedor to win the vacant heavyweight title 4 years ago and the $1 million World Grand Prix. For Fedor Emelianenko, the final chapter of his illustrious career is about to be written.
А так, оглянувшись назад, о лучшей карьере я не мечтал спортивной и не предполагал, что так может быть. Слава Богу за все. Я все свои бои, все свои подготовки, в принципе, да я все помню. Все будет хватать. Вот сейчас бы еще последний бой провести и закончить, если Бог даст.
You know, it's a mystique about him. He's quiet. He doesn't show emotion. He could go out there and win a championship, and he raises his fists. I think people respect that. They want more out of him. He's never really gave people that, you know, so he's mysterious.
The last Emperor, Fedor Emelianenko.
I met Fedor in the finals of the Heavyweight Grand Prix. Our kind of strategy was, you know, do what we do. Don't get away from what has led us to be successful, and that's going in there and grinding. I kind of was feeling him out and seeing where that line was because he's a buzzsaw. If you get in his distance, he's going to throw.
Fedor, being the normal stoic guy, is going to do a little bit of half hitch. That's his feint.
I did a feint. He reacted the way I wanted to react and ran right into my left hook.
Oh, big shot! It's going to be over. And it's all over!
In that moment, everything kind of came to fruition, and I kind of felt that, like, holy crap, this is going down. This is happening. That right punch landed and just beat Fedor, one of the greatest of all time.
Ryan Bader knocks out Fedor Emelianenko!
You know, went around, you know, arms up, having fun in the cage afterwards, and my wife came in and she's crying. She said, "You did it. You did it." You know, I said, "We did it." I had my light heavyweight belt. I had my heavyweight belt. And then I had my heavyweight Grand Prix belt. Now look at those 3 belts there. That is a lifetime of dedication of hard work to be able to do it in 2 divisions, let alone go out there and beat one of the greatest of all time in Fedor. That's when it really kind of sunk in.
Я думаю, любой спортсмен, выходящий, он стремится к тому, чтобы стать первым, стать чемпионом.
He's been a champion. He's one of the best of all time. And I don't care how old you are. He still has power. He's still quick. He's dangerous.
Я уже столько бьюсь, столько уже выступаю. Я уже понимаю, что мне 46. Пора вот больше внимания уделять ребятам. И семье, конечно. Таким финальным этапом это было мое выступление. Вся моя подготовка, вся моя проделанная большая работа. То сейчас будет выступление моих ребят. То, как мы будем работать вместе, то, как они будут выступать, в этом будет моя реализация, мотивация.
It's an honor for me to be part of his legacy and for him to be part of my legacy. I love Fedor. I know he's going to bring it. It's his last fight. He wants to retire as a heavyweight champion, but it's not going to happen.
the last Emperor, Fedor Emelianenko.
And yes, the Goosebumps have goosebumps. Tonight marks the 16th occasion that I have the honor and privilege of being cage-side or ringside to call Fedor Emelianenko's fights. We heard from Lenny Hart, the voice of Pride FC, and of course his run in Pride, legendary, 14-0 with 1 no contest. The last Pride heavyweight champion, his victory over Mirko Krokop, one of the greatest heavyweight title fights in history, when he dethroned Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira. He bested a BJJ ace with brutal ground and pound, 60 knockouts, 15 submissions, as well-rounded as they come. 28 fight unbeaten streak, 28 first-round finishes. John, we could go on and on and on, but the question I want to ask you is what makes this every man earn everyone's respect?
You know, Mauro, at a time when the world was full of people who were looking to stand out, beat their chest, looking to be loud and controversial, trying to garner some type of attention, a man that never speaks an ill word about his opponent, a man who stoically walks to the cage and simply raises a hand as his name is announced, a man who wins his fights in spectacular fashion, many times by knockout, and then simply walks away from his unconscious opponent, still garners the most attention, the most adulation and respect, not only from his fellow fighters, but from the hardcore fans. That man is Fedor, and tonight, no matter whether he wins or loses, the end of an era in MMA is coming to a close here tonight. For Fedor Emelianenko, you need to start fast and use that powerful right hand. Force Bader to move backwards. That slows down his offense. Be on target.
He is 3-0 in rematches, wins over Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira, 2 victories over Mark Coleman in avenging his first controversial loss against Yoshi Kosaka. Rules were that you weren't allowed to use elbows. He got hit with an elbow cut in a tournament in rings in just 17 seconds. Should have been a no contest. Someone had to go on. Kosaka went on. Emelianenko lost. He could have been 31-0 with 2 no contests to begin his career, but tonight marks the end of one of the greatest careers in combat sports.
And now, set to make his way to the cage, the reigning Bellator heavyweight world champion, Ryan
Ryan Bader hopes it's a case of deja vu all over again, because it was right here in this venue 4 years ago where he claimed the vacant heavyweight title and won the $1 million World Grand Prix with a punch he said he practiced repeatedly. He said it was by design, the punch that dropped Fedor Emelianenko and led to the stoppage in just 35 seconds. Here's a guy, the 4th person to wear the Bellator Heavyweight Championship, and what a second act he's enjoyed here in Bellator. The first champ in the company's history, and a man who wants to cement his legacy tonight.
Absolutely, you know, came into Bellator, won the light heavyweight championship, and then went into that heavyweight Grand Prix as the light heavyweight champion, and just put on beautiful performances, big knockout. Just is a guy that you look at, can wrestle, is fast at heavyweight. I've talked to him too many times, said you need to be at heavyweight. Now he's staying there, and he is fantastic. Ryan Bader, the longer the fight goes, the better it is for him. He needs to press the action and make Fedor work hard to get him tired.
He enjoyed a perfect 2022, successfully defending the heavyweight title against Valentin Moldavsky and Czech Congo in a rematch following a no contest. And hey, he says his light heavyweight days are firmly behind him. He's 5-0 with 1 no contest at heavyweight. He brings that herky-jerky style, and yeah, also a wrestling background, John, but at this stage, and in this division, the first punch that lands may be the last punch that lands.
That is absolutely the truth.
All right, let's go to the tail of the tape for the Bellator MMA Heavyweight Championship fight.
You can look at those records. Both guys have a ton of experience. They're very similar in size. In fact, this is one of the only times I've ever seen where Fedor is the bigger fighter, weighing in at 236 to 234 for Ryan Bader.
Here is Michael C. Williams.
Bellator MMA live on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus from the Kia Forum. The time has come for the Legends Last Stand. In the main event of the evening, the much anticipated rematch is set for 5-minute rounds for the Bellator Heavyweight World Championship. Sanctioned tonight by the California State Athletic Commission, Chairman Peter Villegas, Executive Officer Mr. Andy Foster. And now, first, the blue corner. At 6 foot weighing in 236.2 pounds to complete an iconic career tonight. He looks to capture Bellator gold as he enters the cage unrivaled with 40 professional victories, just 6 defeats, and a fearsome 31 finishes, 16 by way of knockout, 15 by way of submission. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the challenger, MMA's legendary heavyweight, the last Emperor, Fedor. And across the cage, the champion tonight fights out of the red corner. At 6'2", weighing in 234.4 pounds, the former 2-weight class world champion tonight, for the 4th time, defends his heavyweight belt, bringing 30 professional victories, 12 by knockout, 3 by submission, against 7 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the reigning and defending Bellator heavyweight world champion, Ryan the referee in charge, Herb Dean.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're going to keep it clean. Touch gloves. Let's do it.
The end of an era, the last link to the halcyon days of Pride Fighting Championships. The Bellator Heavyweight Championship hangs in the balance. Ryan Bader looking to close the book on Fedor's career with a victory, while Fedor Emelianenko wants to go out on top, looking to become the oldest champion in history at the age of 46. Immediately, Fedor loves to lead with that right hand.
Throws punches from odd angles.
Yeah,
that makes it very difficult to deal with in the stand-up.
Those casting punches, all Igor Vovchanchyn, that we've seen throughout the career. There's a right hand by Bader, using it to set up a takedown attempt. Well scouted by Emelianenko.
But very smart of Ryan Bader. At the first part of that, you saw Fedor moving him back. He knows that that's an important aspect in winning this fight. Bader is not allowing him to do that.
Left hook, clipping Fedor, blood already on his nose in the right hand. Fedor's hands are low. Defense has never been his strong suit.
No. Defense is not part of what he does. He goes after you with intensity.
The right hand! And the Bader all over Fedor. Just over a minute gone in the first round.
Bader just needs to be careful right here. Take his time. Don't rush things. Be careful of the arm bar because Fedor swings to it very fast.
There was a time.
You can see where he's setting that arm up.
There was a time where he was lightning quick with the arm bars from the bottom, including against Mark Coleman, one of the fighters he's faced 2 times. But that was then. This is now. He's got Ryan Bader on top of him.
Yeah, absolutely. There is a difference now. Ryan Bader very good from the top position and outstanding ground and pounding. He lays down a lot of damage when he is on top.
And so much time left here in the first round, just over 3 minutes. Fedor working from his back, trying to defend against the ground and pound attack of Ryan Bader. Hammer defense from the heavyweight champion, looking to hammer his way to history.
Bader going after the finish. Very good strikes. Just putting big hammer fist down on Fedor.
In a sport this unforgiving, legends don't usually get to go out on their terms.
No, legends normally don't go out on top. It's just part of the way the sport is. Such a difficult sport to maintain that level. That's it.
Ryan Darth Bader has just cemented his legacy, dispatching Fedor Emelianenko, doing it again in the first round. And Bader will forever be known as the only man to defeat a man who will go down, despite what we even saw tonight, John, as one of the best to ever do it.
You know, and you could see.
But Father Time is not kind.
Father Time is a mean individual. And you could see throughout that fight, shots that Bader was even missing a little bit, glancing, they were having an effect on Fedor. Here he goes after, slips. The shot kind of hits towards the back of the head, but that was a legal blow, and then goes after him in the ground and pound. And once Bader was on top, he was relentless in just doing damage. Fedor had no true defense against it. And this is what happens when time comes for everyone, where we can never keep what we had forever.
Ryan Darth Bader successfully defends the Bellator Heavyweight Championship. Not the way Fedor Emelianenko wanted to go out. But the legend is now on to better things at the age of 46.
Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments we'll have the official particulars and then a last word for the last emperor. And then, of course, we have 4 fights remaining. Those prelims move to focus. There's still 4 fights remaining tonight. Again, your official particulars in just a moment.
Randy Couture, Mark Coleman. What a scene. These two battled twice in Pride Fighting Championships, and again, the respect that the MMA community has for Fedor Emelianenko. One of the most humble individuals in the sport, a man who was known for the Spartan lifestyle, stoic, whether it be in victory or defeat. But the end has come for the last emperor. Let's go to Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, in tonight's main event, it comes to an end. 2 minutes, 30 seconds into round number 1. The winner by TKO and still Bellator Heavyweight World Champion, Ryan Darth Bader.
Ryan Darth Bader improves to 5-0 in rematches, and his 7-fight unbeaten streak in heavyweight competition, the longest active streak in the division. Ryan Bader makes history tonight. Let's go to John McCarthy.
I am here with Ryan Bader. Ryan, you just put on a beautiful performance. I know this is both bittersweet because you have so much respect for Fedor, but your job is to come in here and do what you just did.
Yeah, it was bittersweet. You know, I idolize him like every other MMA fan and fighter coming up, you know, and so first off, get on your feet and give that man a hand for what he's done for that sport. He put the sport on his back. That is a legend right there, and I'm so glad that I could be part of his story. So thank you very much, Fedor. You're the man. But yeah, I had to, you know, come in and do my job at the end of the day, so here we are. Got the win, and then kind of move on.
You have put on some outstanding performances here in the Bellator cage, but as a heavyweight, you've been perfect. You have just annihilated everyone that they have put in front of you. What does it mean to you to have 2 wins against a guy who basically everyone looks up to? Those 2 wins is something nobody else has.
It's not even the wins, it's being able to compete against that man, you know, go in there and, you know, that first fight was amazing, and then this one, same deal. It's such a, you know, build up whenever you're fighting Fedor and standing across that cage from him, pretty surreal, you know, so to do it twice, you know, I don't care about going out there beating him twice or whatnot. I care about sharing that cage with that man, and man, it was a good run.
Well, I want to tell you, congratulations on a beautiful win. You are the man, the heavyweight champion of Bellator, Ryan Bader. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with a legend, Fedor Emelianenko, a man who has been fighting now for 20 years, a man who has had an undefeated streak that no one else ever matched in the heavyweight division. How at this moment is Fedor feeling?
Федя, ты достиг огромных достижений, которые никто в тяжелом весе в ММА не достиг. Как ты сейчас себя чувствуешь в данный момент?
С одной стороны, я огорчен, что не смог вас порадовать, дорогие друзья, сегодня. Вот. А с другой стороны, очень рад тому, что все вы болели за меня, рад тому, что мои друзья здесь собрались, бойцы, которые прошли со мной эти долгие годы, эти многие десятилетия. Я очень рад видеть все эти лица.
He said on one side, I'm sad, of course, that I didn't deliver on the fight as I wanted to. But on the other side, I'm so happy that all these people are here cheering for me, and all these veteran fighters that have walked the path with me for the last, almost 20 years are here to greet me. So I'm very happy.
Я очень благодарен моим друзьям, что они пришли поддержать меня. Я очень рад вас видеть, дорогие. Очень рад. Спасибо вам большое. Спасибо.
He said, I'm so happy to see all of you guys, the fighters that are here, to come and support me. I'm just so happy to see you. Thank you so much.
When you take a look at some of these guys here, Mark Coleman, who you competed against, Chael Sonnen, Randy Couture, who you were supposed to, all these guys, Quentin Jackson, Henzo, Frank Shamrock, Josh Barnett, just the list goes on and on. Man there, and Dan Henderson, Chuck Liddell. When you walk out of this cage, it's the end of an era. It's the end of all of their eras too, because those guys were part of your story when you were fighting. You're going to stick with the coaching, you're going to be back with your team.
Когда ты выйдешь с клетки, это будет как бы закончание не только твоей карьеры, но и ихней, как они были все частью твоей, и ты станешь тренером и будешь продолжать своей командой.
Да, все так, да. Спасибо, да. Буду с ребятами, с командой. Я думаю, эти люди, как никто, меня понимают. Я уже примерно их возраста. Поэтому...
He said, yes, I'm going to dedicate my time to my coaches, my coaching, to my team. And he goes, all of these guys understand me. We're almost the same age. We've all been through the heights. And so I'm happy that they're here to support me.
Is he going to put the gloves down?
Федя. Ты положишь перчатки?
Да, я закончил. Спасибо всем.
Everyone get on your feet for the last fight of the last emperor, Fedor Emelianenko.
An incredible scene in the Bellator MMA cage. MMA royalty honoring the last emperor, Fedor Emelianenko, as we see him in the cage for the very last time.
last time, put your hands together for the last time, for the last